Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly and I'm so glad to be doing For the Love of Classics tag today. I was tagged by my sweet friend Dia from Novelidea, so thank you Dia. And I don't believe we know who the original creator of this tag was, so if any of you know, let me know so that I can give him credit on here. And let us get started with the prompts. The first question is, why do you read classics and how often do you read them? I usually have one going. And I just finished one a couple weeks ago and I will be starting another one pretty soon. So monthly at least. And then I read them because I love just being in different times, just kind of feeling the point of view of that time. I like the way it expands my understanding of different people, times, situations. I appreciate that about reading classics. And I know a little bit more what to expect if I know a little bit more about that author than maybe reading a modern book. Question 2, what is a period, country, culture of which you haven't read many classics but would like to? I would love to read more from Asian culture, and so if you have suggestions for me, please leave them down in the comments below. Number 3, what modern book do you think will be a classic in 100 years? I think Jan Brett's children's books will be classics. I think they'll stand the test of time and people will be reading them in 100 years. Question 4, what was the last classic you read? It was A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, and it was a reread and I loved it even more this time around. Question 5, what was the first classic you ever read? I'm sure I read several classic children's like picture books when I was little, but the first chapter book that I can remember reading was Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery when I was in 2nd grade. And as you all know, it is still favorite. You know, I just love it. Number 6, your favorite classic book cover. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just drop a picture of it in here if I can find it. It is an edition of Oscar Wilde's A Picture of Dorian Gray, and I really enjoyed this cover. I checked it out from the library and of course had to take it back. So I liked this cover quite a bit. It was very interesting. What classic authors do you wish had written more books? This is the same as Dia's answer. I wish Anne Bronte had written more. I really love Tenant of Wildfell Hall, and I just like her writing style. I think she was brilliant, and I wish she had more that I could choose from. Number 8, what is your least favorite classic? Please don't come for me, but I really hate Catcher in the Rye. I hate it so incredibly much. I just hate that book. And I know some of you love it, and I still love you, and I hope you still love me. It's just not a favorite. 9, what is your favorite translated classic? I feel like right now, Les Miserables by Victor Hugo and Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky are tied in my brain and my heart for that award. Question 10, what is your favorite modern classic published after 1900? Well, a somewhat recent read that I ended up loving and was surprised by was East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I think actually if I absolutely had to pick one, it would be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. What classic literary places would you like to visit? Well, you know, I've always just would love to sneak into the secret garden. I would love to go in the wardrobe and end up in Narnia. Any place I've ever read about that's tropical. But, you know, I think my imagination from childhood reads really, you know, it still sticks with me. Like I'll see a house that looks like it might have a gated garden and I'll be like, oh, the secret garden's in there. I still to this day think that. What is the first classic you would recommend to a child? I guess it would depend on how old the child was, but I mean, the ones that I've already mentioned, it would be Anne of Green Gables, The Secret Garden, Narnia. Those would be, you know, my go-tos, of course, would be the ones that I would recommend. What classics do you think are mistitled? What would you rename them? Okay, it's not at all mistitled, but you know, that what came to my head when I read this question was I would change Anna Karenina, just because of the way I feel about it, to the only book with cheating in it that I will tolerate. I will usually, that's the only one like where cheating was like a main part of the book that I could like get through easily without like DNFing. So I liked Anna Karenina quite a bit. So not a very good title though. Question 14, what is your favorite classic that you'd like to recommend to everyone? Oh, I have so many favorites, so many that I've already talked about being favorites. I would say, gosh, there are so many favorite classics. I'd say Jane Eyre. I love Jane Eyre so much, and you just have to understand that the lens that people saw through at the time was very different as far as like mental health and the way that, you know, orphans were treated and such. But I would say that Jane's character and her spirit always, you know, stand out to me. And it's just one that I'll always reread every few years or so. I'd recommend Jane Eyre. All right, so I don't know who's done this because the tag has been around for a while. So I'm just gonna see if I can think of people that I know love to read classics that aren't tagged here. I'm gonna tag Dusty Booksniffers, Nicole, and let's see, let's tag Book In with Deborah, and I think Dia got the rest of them, honestly. All right, friends, I hope that you're doing well, and I hope you read a lot. Bye-bye.